Welcome everyone. This is the second game for the Group D stage of the Chinese All-Star Queen Tournament. In this particular game, we have our player of focus again, which is the current world top number 3 Queen player, which is Chess Fan. We also have a few other players to focus by their different names and also by their unit choices. We have a few English names, and if you guys remember correctly, Mr. Small is over here. He was the player in the first game to top row Long Druid at round 11. Similarly here, Mr. Bear is over here. He was the player to top row the Trolls. So let's see if we see a few top rows, and let's see how the players goes in the second game for the Group D stage. After the group stage, there will be the playoffs and there will be the finals for us to cast as well. So I can't wait to see that. I'm learning a lot from those Chinese players. I actually start to spin more aggressively, and I have been getting better results as well. As a result of that, we actually got our 4th Queen account back. We also climbed very nicely with the Queen account. Look over here. Lots of fancy couriers with extraordinarily nice cosmetics, I have to say. Look at that fire with that legendary courier. He did find a crown. Sometimes crown and void storm are so crucial in a game. That's the difference maker if they do sell the tide cast on time or not. We have Avius at Himat. Would you play two stars over a 3-star, for example, Razor? The question is, 2 of the Razors, 2-star is better than 1 Razor 3-star in terms of damage, but they do take up 2 space. In my opinion, once we get over round 31 in the late game, controllers, Disruptor, Medusa, Tidehunter, Conquer are crucial in the late game. So if it's a damage dealer, I would prefer to have less damage dealers. That's why a 3-star Razor is great. If it's a controller, 2 Conquer can be better for us. So that's my personal opinion. Of course, the number of slots we have is limited. We only have 10 units, and of course 3 stars eventually will be better than 2 stars. This is very situational. Personal preference, I prefer controllers, multiple controllers. We do see a variety of items for our friend Lilith. So she is having 6 items on the courier after round 3. That's a lot of items, some really good items with the Blightstorm. Blightstorm really allows a player to focus fire. There will be a few particular build choices we'll be looking at. Right now in the Chinese meta, and I do feel in the Western meta as well, the meta has shifted away from assassins slightly. Back then we used to have 3 or 2 player play assassins constantly. Now there's only 2 or 1 players playing assassins. The heavy shift was into hunters. I'll be posting a very comprehensive hunter guide. We use this hunter to climb to the queen and to the top levels of queen as well. So right now the shift is hunters, knights. Hunters and knights are going to be the majority of focus for most players in the high level game. And after that, after hunter and knights, it's warriors, mages, assassins, and then it curves into maybe elves, goblins. Knowing the hunters and knights doesn't that mean they just play hunters and knights. They can play knights with dragons and with trolls. They can play hunters with the elf hunter, warrior hunter, value hunter, 6 hunters. So they can curve into multiple things. Similarly for the mages, they can go into gods mages, elemental mages, and lastly the 6 mages as well. Let's have a look. After the first round, we have 4 player winning and 4 player losing, which is okay. A few things in early games we want to see is who will be having the win streaks and who will maintain the win streak by leveling up. Over here, 1 player leveled up to level 5, 2 player leveled up to level 5. A clear indication that they want to keep the win streak. Other players are not leveling, but looking over here, Mr. Bear, this is Mr. Bear with a fancy courier by the way, has the elementals. We have seen some of my replays and we have seen the top level players replays how strong elementals are in the early game. That 4-second start is incredible against the heavy melee lineup in the early game. And Tiny currently is one of my S tier or just below S tier unit right now, simply because they call him the mini Ravage. He's the best basketball player out there, and once he tosses the unit into the enemy lineup, it's a 2-second AoE stun plus damage. He's a 1-cost Tidehunter if AI does it correctly, and that's how strong he is in the early game. See a 2-star Tiny, 2-star Juggernaut, so people are already finding great units. You can see FTW leveled up just to put a Tiny there for the elemental bonus. Very, very strong. Ravi said, which one of those players is the number 3 player in the world, the one you gave us the link to? Yes, this is Chess Fan. Chess Fan currently is the last position. If you want to spot Chess Fan, he's got a Piggy Courier, and he has the 638 behind him. This is Chess Fan, which is the world number 3 current player in the world. we really want to focus on him. I want to see what build he goes into as well. Now, thank you so much, Torburst, for the subscribe, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Now, Hyperfire, I came in later. Who is the top 10 guy, please? This is Chessfan, the one with the picky career. No worries, guys. Definitely ask me questions and definitely comment on the tournament. I'll be frequently checking the chat for us. I'm interested to see if Chessfan start a losing streak. He's currently on 89%, which is not high after a few rounds. The players that are winning, you guys can see, is Elementals. In my next tier list, the focus will be on Elementals and Hunters. We even run Elemental Hunter to great success as well. 2 players are left with a win streak. I think to highlight is, if players have a win streak after round 15, there's a big momentum. So it's really in the player's hand to make the correct choice of lineup. Ooh, very interesting. So let me go back for a second. Over here, I'm gonna pause over here. Mr. Small, that's our player last in the first game of this group stage that played Elves. Mr. Small sold 2 Beastmaster in favor of 2 Assassins. He's heavily committed into Assassins. We're gonna see right here. Oh, we actually didn't see. So we're gonna count. Yeah, we're gonna see it right over here. Mr. Small is going to sell those 2 Beastmasters for Assassins. So he is actually heavily committed in the Assassin. And that's such a big commitment because a 2-star Beastmaster here will be extraordinarily strong. I don't think anyone can defeat a 2-star Beastmaster except Lucky Elemental proc. But he went heavily into Assassins. And we're gonna keep a sight on him to see if it works for him. Personally speaking, I feel after they changed to the Assassins, they're not that great for us anymore. But I think maybe this particular one, Assassins are still very favored by the Chinese players in that time of the tournament. The 2 win streak leaders are going to be our focus to see what they get into, what do they make of their win streaks. The player of focus here is sport number 3. He is winning, I think. A few players are losing. He haven't lost on this round. Oh no, he lost. So he maintained his losing streak. Right now he has 0 gold and level 5. No player has leveled yet. This is level round 7. At round 8, I might see players leveling off curve. Let's see if that's the case. Level 9 is the correct curve to level 6, but sometimes player with a win streak might level up here. 6 gold, 10 gold, 12 gold. Most of the other players don't have much economy over here at this stage. Tip stat, does Dragon Knight normally beat Demon Mage Warrior? So Dragon Knights, why are Dragon Knights one of the top tier units right now? It's not because they're so strong in the late game just with 2 stars. It's their likelihood to roll into Lunas and Chaos Knight to 3 stars. This is their bang or the core foundation for the Dragon and Knights to be strong in the late game. Also, most people don't pick up Dragon Knight. For that particular reason, you can have 2 2-star Dragon Knight or even 3-star Dragon Knight in the late game. So it's more that it's a lineup that people don't usually pick unless they go into Knights or Elves, and because of that reasons, they're quite strong. They have the front line, they have the damage in terms of DK and the dragons. They can also add things like Enigma and Nagas to protect them in the late game as well. So really good for the Knights. And because of that, I think they are stronger than Demons and Warriors. For Mages, it depends on who has the better control. If the Mages have Enigma, if they have Tidehunter and Medusa, maybe it will be different. Now, let's come back to the game. I think our friend Chessfan did just win there. So over here, we can see that Chessfan is this player with 638 in the back. He won there. He has been getting a losing streak. Winning at round 9 might be damaging for him because by winning there, he has low HP and not enough economy. We do notice a few players went to level 6. Yes, all the top players went to level 6 to keep their streaks or be even stronger. Round 9 is the on-curve leveling up for most players to go to level 6. For those that didn't go to level 6, there might be a particular reason, or maybe just out of economy. So the particular reason is those 3 players, Chessfan, FTW, and also AMS have the 10 gold. That's why they didn't level up. So players favor the economy lower in the leaderboard, and players favor the win streak on the higher of the leaderboard, which is not very strange, but very common in most games. All we want to see is how players spend after round 11 and after round 13 and 17. Those are going to be crucial timings. Most likely players are going to save up before round 13. Round 13 is the first difference maker if this game is going to be a fast-paced game or a slow-paced game. So because of the new introduction of this beautiful layout, it really allows us to learn a bit from those players and to learn with our own match as well. So what I recommend us playing our own matches is to stay tuned on who is defeating who are you losing to. Secondly, how a player is saving, how a player is spending in the earlier rounds. Because of that, we want to see if players level up around 13, if players changes around 17, and this should reflect what we should do as well. It's likely most players are going to level up and spend a lot on round 17, but round 13 is different. If players spend around 13 means that's going to be a fast-paced game. If not, we can afford to save up to round 17 as well. We don't want to be the only one that's spending, we don't want to be the only one that's saving in most cases. We do see a troll, very early troll. This is Knife King. So Knife King currently is over here. He's got a water background and this is his name in Chinese translation. Knife King from the Troll, and he is running Knights as well. Likely he will go into Troll Knights. This is Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear with a nice fancy career, still going Elementals and Warriors. The difference between his particular run with the win streak Elementals is that he doesn't have enough economy to go further to find level 8 Enigma. That might be hard for him, but the Warriors may be great if he find a Doom or a Conquer. Our player focus, Chess Fan, the world number 3 with the little piggy career, is in the 4th place right now. We want to see what particular lineup he has. If I remember correctly, he probably went to Assassins. So just to double check, when the caster go on to him, let's have a look. What is the prize pool for those tournaments? That's a really good question, Nolly. I'll be checking the prize pool for you guys as well. Usually it's pretty high, so it's about at least $2,000, $5,000 or $10,000 in USD, I think. It's quite a big tournament, and it's hosted by the developers of Auto Chess, which is Dudu. He's not saving even if he can't win, that's true. So, players are quite aggressive in the Chinese meta for the reason of aggressive spending, because they want to match other players. We haven't seen any player break the 30 gold threshold, and the Knife King went to level 7. He is the one with the Troll and the Knights, by the way. Lastly, we have FTW going for a losing streak most likely and economizing. He is on 30 gold and he is likely to be the first one to start the, not the arms race, but rather he is the first one to start the spike of power. And most of the players will match his power because they don't want to lose too badly to him. Let's have a look at the competition we're looking. FTW is going for Assassins. I am pretty sure there are multiple Assassins in this game. Again, Assassins collide. When you have multiple builds that collide, a few things I want to give highlights to you guys is that, one thing first, round 13, level 7. This is the anchor for the win streak. If you have a massive win streak, say 100% win, you should be level 7 at round 13, unless it's a big reason for you not to, because this is a way to protect the win streak. Of course, rolling is another way. So depending on the number of pairs, depending on the number of 2-star units, round 13 is a spike for the big win streak leaders. After that, round 17 is a spike for everybody else. What I was going to say is, if you do find players to be playing similar build as you, for most builds, Knights, Mages, Hunters, it's okay to have 2 players, you and the other player having the same build. For other classes or other builds, say Elves, Goblins, or Assassins, you prefer to be the only one with the unit pool. So if you see one more person that's taking your build, it's acceptable, but if there's more than one, it's terrible. So that will actually deny all 3 of you, and you actually want to be the one that's considering, do I have the most of the units? Can I stay relevant while they lose? If you can't be the most relevant player there, you actually want to swap builds before round 16. Wow, interesting. Level 7 for the top 2, level 6 for everybody else. Right now it's round 14. Most people won't be spending on round 14, so right now I think the caster is also checking the economy for most players as well. We have the Chess Fan over here on the 4th position, 80% health, level 6, 31 gold. He is right in between of the pack. He is not in the bottom with the higher gold but less health. He is not in the top. The very scary thing is right now there's 2 win streak leader, which is massive. Lilith and Knife King. This is Lilith and Knife King's over here. This is Knife King, by the way. He lost the massive summons of Hunters and Warriors. By losing over here, Knife King is going to be in trouble a little bit because he lost the win streak without economy. We can see he's level 7 with 19 gold. He didn't even have the last bit of gold because he planned to win that round. It's quite surprising for him and for me to see he lost with level 7 with such a lead, but it does happen. I think he lost to one of the Beast Hunter. We were looking at Beast Warriors Hunters that went to level 7 as well. Oh, I think he lost to Lilith, right? Yeah, he lost to Lilith. Knife King lost to Lilith with 9. So in comparison of the power, Beast do spike up further than the Knights. And I think other than the Lilith, no one could have defeated Knife King over there. So Lilith is the solo player that's going to enjoy a great economy to come. She has 21 gold, but she's level 7 with 3 gold of interest. It's as if right now she has 50 gold of saving because of the win streak. For the Wolves round, you really want to adjust. Not only you don't want to lose a lot of HP to the Wolves, and the item drop is going to be crucial for you in the mid game. After the Wolves round, it's pretty much the mid game. At round 17, it's a showdown. At round 21, most of those players that don't have a decent lineup or decent matchup or with a win streak will be severely punished. By round 26, most of the players will be eliminated that's lower in the leaderboard. This is a very nice production. This is a neutral round. After the neutral round, the caster really want to see if players are rolling. And we can see a few players are finding crucial units, are liking a Queen of Pain 1-2 style over here on the flowchart. There isn't that much rolling, simply because round 17 is actually the real spike round. Round 17 is the on-curve for leveling because of the multiples of 4 with XP. So we can see the XP bar over there. We can see the 7. We can see the 7 and 6 with my mouse. Now, once that turns a little further, we might even see player going to level 8. I actually tried that as well to great success with a massive 100% win streak. We see most players going to level 7 next round. Let's see if that's the case. Right now we have the 2 leaders being level 7 and the bottom player being level 7. So similar scenario is going to occur multiple times in most of our games, is that the leaders are going to push down from the top while the losing streak leader is going to push from the below. So what that means is if you're stuck in the middle, you really have to survive and protect your health. Level 7, round 17, level 7, level 7, level 7, level 7. Yes, it's not that I actually seen this part, but knowing how the meta works and how most players play in this high level ranking, I kind of forecasted that most will go to level 7, and it turns out all of them actually went to level 7. And this player Lilith went to level 8, just what I expected, because knowing how aggressive Chinese players are, it is likely they even take the lead even further. In most cases, saving is great, but if everyone's spending, you as the leader want to protect your win streak, you want to go spend a little further, knowing that you have a great economy to come. Naturalize says, Lilith is winning early and mid game with late game comp markers. She must be high roll lord. maybe. Let's have a look. Lilith is the beast hunter with warriors for the front line. This is Lilith with a little flying courier. Yeah, the hunters is a great mid game to late game, while the beast and warriors are really punishing players here. Now we can see arms going for the same build as Lilith but with weaker units. Lilith also have, oh my gosh, he also closed the warlocks, but what she does have is the beast. Lycan and Venom is the unit you don't want to see. In combination with those 2 units and being the win streak leader with such much power, she will actually punish players so heavily. Most players do lose to her over 5. Someone lost to Lilith with 6. Because of that, oh, this is another Troll Knight. We're currently going to see 2 Troll Knights. This is Mr. Ducky over here. Mr. Ducky is the 2nd position player. If we remember correctly, Mr. Ducky over here with the Troll Knights, and also we have Mr. Bear. We have Knife King with the Troll Knights. So 2 players are going for Troll Knights. It's a collusion. I think only 1 player will be top 4 because of that, because just so much competition when you collide. The player that went for Troll Knights will be Miss Knife King and Mr. Ducky. So the 2nd player and the 4th player. You can see when the Knights really consolidate on this particular stage of the game. This is because the Knights are quite good at this stage until round 25. This is Mr. Bear, by the way. He ran Elemental Assassins, now he went back to 6 warriors with a Razor. It's likely he wanted Medusa to protect against magic, but we haven't seen that much mages in this particular game. This is Mr. Small, who was the elf player in the first game. He went heavily into Assassins, if you remember correctly, because he sold 2 of his Beastmasters, and he bought the Queen of Pain and Phantom Assassin. Right now, he's not having the best time simply because there are multiple assassins, and a lot of the world lineup punish assassins greatly because of the armor. Assassins can't do much against frontline warriors, especially when they have 6 warriors. Mr. Small, Arms, and FTW is in a terrible position in terms of HP. We want to focus on them to see if they can make a comeback. Our player of focus, Chessfan, right now is the 3rd place, 74%. Level 7, 47 gold. Really comfortable compared to most players down there because of his gold lead, HP lead, and level. But in comparison to the top 2 player, he's not that great. So it's likely he'll be top 3 or top 4. It's going to be hard for him to compete with the top 2. We know that because we remember Mr. Duckies is the Troll Knight, which is a superb lineup in the mid game, followed by the great win streak leader of Lilith, which no one have defeated her yet. Items again, let's focus on items. Sometimes it's going to be a crucial game changer with those items. Oh, is that a javelin? It is a javelin. So Chinese word says like a lance, and I think this is Chessfan, by the way. This is our world number 3 player. Did he find? Oh, I see, guys. Oh, interesting. Did you guys see what he did? I'm gonna post right here. So, seeing what happened, Chessfan currently have the Blightstorm on the Phantom Assassin and also Mythor Hammer. He has the Javelin on his courier. He wants to make a Desolator instead of a Maelstrom. He can make a Maelstrom right now, but he's unwilling to do so. Because of that, he's waiting for a Desolator. Let's see if he does find a Desolator. This is such a big decision here, because he can have the Maelstrom right now. He must be thinking it right now as well. And the second thing I want to show you guys is this is round 21. In round 21, let's see how many level 8 players are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe Knife King here is also leveled. Knife King also leveled up. So, except Ems, everybody went to level 8. Because right now, round 21 is basically the match that determines who's going to be bottom 3 and who will survive to the top 5. Everyone wants to spin, everyone wants to do as much as they can. That moment, there's so many assassins on the board, you're just like, what have I done? This is not the best choice of assassins. And it seems like our friend FTW is the stronger assassin. So FTW survived. While I think Ames and Mr. Small are having trouble over there. Mr. Bear with his 6 warriors, this is Mr. Bear by the way, with his 6 warriors lineup and the beast lineup is sustaining himself against the assassins. But once the assassins dies, he's gonna have trouble against the knights and against Lilith with the warrior hunters, I feel. This is another nice item. This is the Kaya. Now keep in mind guys, you do not want the same debuff item or different debuff item on one unit. Why is that? If you have a Rope Major and a Blightstone on the Troll, he only debuff once. This was tested, and because of that, you want to avoid the same debuff item or different debuff item on one unit. You also want the debuff items on a range unit if possible. Once they auto attack, they will do debuff. It's not because they spells, not because they take damage. It only comes from auto attack, and range unit have the best chance to auto attack. This is Knife King. Surprisingly, he had the Troll early. He did not go for the Troll. He went into Knights and Dragons. He's versing on Knights with Troll. And we can see that Knights and Troll have so much attack speed, and just ran him over. So, we can say that at this stage, round 22, Knights and Troll is stronger than Knights and Dragons because he doesn't have the 2-star Dragon Knight yet. It's quite hard to find a Dragon Knight, sometimes it's quite easy. Now, I did notice that Lilith found a 3-star Beastmaster, and here Mr. Bear found a 3-star Tusk. Those are incredible pickups. And because of that, Lilith did lose actually. Hey, how did she lose? So Lilith lost to FTW. FTW is the assassin player over here, if you remember correctly. And that again shows the power and the reason why people pick assassins. Lilith probably got pulled out by the assassins in the front line, and the backline assassins took care of her backline hunters, and she couldn't defeat enough of them after. Gnome says, so round 17 level 7, round 21 level 8. Yes, that's a very common thing. I think that's a really good strategy for most of us to try. So I think that might even be better than saving for 50 gold in most cases. Oh, Arms died. Unfortunately for Arms, but that does free up a lot of units and a lot of items for players as well. Mr. Small is the next in line in danger, and Knife King will also be in danger because his knights are taken by Mr. Ducky on the second position. Knife King is going for dragons and knights, and not having enough knights is not going to be great for him. This is Lilith with the 3-star Beastmaster, as you guys can see. She is not combining the Venomancer for the chance she wants to sell them for gold. If she combine them over here, she will have less unit storage space, but she will sell them less gold because a 2-star Venom sells for less than 3 1-star Venom. What we want to focus on is the current stage of players' economy. We can see right over here, the player on the bottom is pretty much going all in, except Knife King. Mr. Bear, FTW, and Mr. Small have no economy at all, because they really want to compete even for the 5th or the 6th position right now. Over here, the top 3 player, Chessfan, Mr. Ducky, and Lilith, wants to maintain the economy because they want to fight for the top 1, top 2 position. They have the HP lead, they also have the economy to go further. This is a Dragon versus Lilith. The big carry here is the Luna. The big carry here was the Luna for the Knights and the Beastmaster for Lilith. And the Beastmaster prevailed. Is that a 3-star Luna for Knife King? Are you seeing that, guys? That's a 3-star Luna for Knife King. Interesting, interesting. Why does the 2-star Venom sell for less gold? That's a good question, my friend. To see how much a unit sell for gold, you can see on the corner of the level here. You can see the... So if you see the corner of the picture of the unit, you can actually see that each unit have a different level. Say Batrider there says 4. That means if you sell Batrider, he will be sold for 4 gold, but it costs 9 gold to make that 3-star Batrider. If you click on 1-star Abaddon, you'll say 3. I think a 2-star Abaddon will say 5 or 6. I'm not too good with Abaddon cost, but I think a few units that goes to 2-star will definitely sell for less. There's only one unit that goes to 2-star that sells for more, which is Enchantress. Everything else goes to 2-star, either sell for the same gold or sell for less gold. Oh, this is Mr. Small who committed for the Assassins. I'm still questionable about selling the Beastmaster, but I think he wanted Assassins early, and there was a good chance for him to go further with Assassins. Unfortunately, multiple players, 3 players went for Assassins. If I remember correctly, Mr. Small, FTW, and our friend Chessfan went for Assassins. 3 Assassins in the same game again. And hello Daypray, welcome my friend. So good to have you joining us. We're currently watching the second game for the Group D stage of the Dota Auto Chess tournament. For this particular tournament, we have Chessfan, who is the current world number 3 in the world for the Queen leaderboard. Right now he's playing Assassins. He is positioned as number 4 in this game. Wow, that's a 3-star Chaos Knight and a 3-star Batrider. So both of the knights are taking a big share of each other's knights. That was Mr. Ducky, and Mr. Ducky have the 3-star Batrider, 3-star Chaos Knight. While over here, Knife King has the 3-star Luna. Our assassin players are really struggling to survive. This is Mr. Small, the weaker assassin. This is FTW, the second assassin. This is Chessfan, the third assassin. So, in positioning, 3 assassins are in the bottom. The Dragon Knights over here on the 4th position. The Hunter and Warriors on the 1st position. The 2nd position is the Knights and Trolls. I want to see what Mr. Bear has to just double confirm. Yeah, this is Chessfan over here. He is running Assassins with Long Druid. He did find a few crucial units, I hope. Oh, he found a tree. Perfect. You can see the production at work. He found the tree he was looking for, and he also found the Viper he's looking for. Now, one reason he's rolling here is right now, Chessfan is competing against basically 3 players here. He wants to be the top out of those 3 players. I think it's going to be hard for him to compete the top 3 because the composition of units, and that kind of favors him in the late game. If we remember correctly, he still have the piece to the Maelstrom. He really wants to wait for round 30 to see what he makes. Oh, Mr. Small is in trouble. That Luna, guys, she's going to do work. Her bounces are going to take him home. Yeah, this is what he's scared to see. A good positioning against assassins will take all of them, and that 3-star Luna is going to take all the squishy assassins. So, first assassin to be eliminated is the 6th player. I know, huge upgrade. Gods, my friend, huge upgrade for Chess Fan. Chess Fan is definitely waiting for round 30 to see if he wants to make a Desolator or the Maelstrom. He has pieces for the Maelstrom, he needs 1 Mithril Hammer for the Desolator. This is Mr. Ducky over here with the 8. He's sitting on level 8. He has the Troll Warlock to 2-star as well, notice that. And this is Knife King with level 9. The only thing he's missing is a 2-star Dragon Knight. He's missing 1 Dragon Knight as well. The 2 knights, once one of the knights dies, the other knight will take all the pool and become super strong. But unfortunately, the knights is going to be weaker here simply because they deny each other so heavily. We do remember that the trolls handled the Dragon Knights easily before, but you can see the Dragon Knight actually defeated the Troll Knights this time because of the 3-star Luna. That's why I say the Chaos Knight and the Dragon Knight getting to 3-star is a key for the Knights. Each of the Knights player took a proportion of the Knights. Other than that, I think both Knights, one of the Knight player could be in the top 2 if it wasn't for the collusion of Knights. If I remember correctly, actually he's in the top 2 for the Knights over here for the Trolls because he found the Troll Warlock so early. What we're going to look for after round 29 or at round 29 is to see the current gold of players. Lilith went to level 9, so is Mr. Ducky. Everybody else is at level 8. Except Knife King as well. So 3 level 9 and 3 level 9 and 3 level 8. We want to see if more player goes to level 9 or if they spend heavily after round 30. At round 31 is a difference maker if you're in the 4th to 6th position or if you're in the top 3 position. Disassembling items, that's right, Daybreak. You can disassemble items, but has to be on choreographic. But during this tournament, I don't think that was updated for them. So they are really locking on to the items and waiting for the item drop as well. God says, level 3 Lone Druid, Tree, Bounty Hunter, and Queen of Pain for Chess Fan. That's right, my friend. So he can make the level 3 Lone Druid here. And then he also have the Tree, Queen of Pain, and Morphling over here. So the assassin player is really adjusting. This was the same lineup he used against the Lizards last time. Chess Fan did play assassin lineup on the first game as well. In case you guys didn't watch that, I don't want to spoil too much, but he did play those exact formation against the assassin. He loved to do that, and I think it's pretty nice. And they actually allow him to defeat all the Lizards here. Assassin player usually have a tough time against Lizards. And that Bunty stood for too long. He's supposed to jump. Oh, Bunty, you have one job. Was to jump to freedom. Don't you summon a bit? Perfect. Oh, let's see what he found. He found a Desolator. Now, this Mithril Hammer is going to combine to the Desolator. He just needs a 2-star Phantom Assassin, by the way. Let's see what he's going to give. Now, he's got the Demon Edge. He's got a Desolator. The caster is also waiting, I think. Is he rolling? He's rolling for a Phantom right now, I think. He didn't find a Phantom. Oh gosh. So, he purposely didn't make a Maelstrom for the longest time to wait for the additional drops to see if he can make a Desolator. Now that he did, let's see if he does that. We can see Knife King here with the Dragons and Knights without a Dragon Knight. He's searching deep for the Dragon Knight. Once he finds the Dragon Knight, he should be solid. Again, it's the Knight brothers versus each other. Seeing the Knights without the Dragon Knight, the Trolls actually pushed them over this time because the Luna survived. Luna also... his Luna died while the enemy Chaos Knight survived. That's a 3-star Chaos Knight, and that pushed them over big time. This is Knife King on the last position, followed by Chess Fan on the second last, followed by FTW. Chess Fan and FTW are assassins. Knife King is the Dragon Knights, and over here Mr. Ducky is the Troll Knights, followed by the Hunters and Warriors. I still want to see what Mr. Bear... Oh, that's right, Mr. Bear have 6 warriors. If we remember correctly, he's got 6 warriors. So notice that Lilith and Mr. Bear have lineup that's not denied by other players, that doesn't collide, and everybody else kind of collided with each other, which is interesting to note. This is Lilith, by the way, with a big Tidehunter pickup. And hey there, TechOpa, welcome my friend, good to see you. This Tide, oh my god, that's such big ravage, and that followed by the bolt, that should secure this round for Lilith. Now if you're wondering why is Alchemist there, Alchemist with instant cast on Manus Armor really allows the Hunters to shred the enemy. Alchemist is like a one-man undead synergy if you think about it. He does need to cast, but once he casts, he's basically undead for 2 units for the cost of 1. Ooh, Knife King is in trouble. And also Chess Fan. So, we remember earlier, the 3 player over here are going to be in trouble. The player that actually rises to the top is actually our friend FTW. If you remember earlier, he was on the bottom 3 position. He actually raised to the top with some good rolls of assassins and with some good unit choices and positionings, I believe. And yes, we have the 3-star Slider, 3-star Lone Druid, Enchantress, and the Tusk on Mr. Bear. We haven't seen Mr. Bear for a while, and he's definitely been saving up. Oh my gosh, FTW also have a Desolator on the Phantom Assassin with a Hyperstone, so he is stronger than our friend Chess Fan. This is Chess Fan he's fighting. He's stronger in terms of items, but Chess Fan have more 3-stars. And I think the units did prevail. The 3-star Queen, 3-star Morphling, and the tree actually prevailed over here. This is Knife King, by the way. Knife King died, and that freed up so much pool for Mr. Ducky, and Mr. Ducky is the Troll Knights. Mr. Ducky now enjoys the pool with his great economy. He can roll so many knights right now that Knife King died. A Medusa pickup for Lilith, interesting. I can say by far Medusa is the best unit for Hunters because of her controlling, because of her crucial ability to go with Nagas, and just she's so great in overall. And she requires mana rich items, and her positioning is where he puts Medusa or maybe 1 step to the side, depending on how safe and how risky you want to put her. Because Lilith doesn't have any items, she actually put the Medusa a little forward. And the caster did click on the Venom. Venom has mana regen. So what that means is maybe he'll be selling the Venom for Medusa soon. Wow, look at those firing squads of snipers. They're like a minigun team. Unfortunately, this Templar is like, he can't deal with us. This is Chess Fan he's fighting, by the way. The downside again is the Medusa scream too late. The 2-star units, the 3-star units are the only ones that survive. The 2-star units died. Let's see if the Beastmaster is stronger than Morphling. Oh gosh, Morphling wins. Go Morphling. So, 5 players left in the tournament. Right now, FTW, Chess Fan, and Mr. Bear are fighting for the top 3 or top 4 position. You really don't want to be in the 5th position. Top 4 is not bad, but top 3 was excellent for them. Lilith and Mr. Ducky is fighting for the 1st position. Each player has kind of know their priorities, and they won't be tailing the lineup for a particular lineup unless they know it counters them. So right now, I believe Mr. Ducky with the Troll Knights is thinking about countering Lilith with the Hunters and Warriors, and vice versa. We do see a great split for the Dragons. Unfortunately for Mr. Bear, he has all the melee units, but the great thing for him is those 3-star Tusk and 3-star units really carried him up. And Chess Fan found a relic. If I remember earlier, he's got a Demon Age. He's gonna make a Divine Rapier, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. And he also gave the Desolator to the Templar. So this is a Templar with a Desolator and a Divine Rapier. We're going places. And hey there, Enolab. Welcome, my friend. So this is a Desolator and a Divine Rapier on the Templar. This is not something we see often. She's going to be hitting close to 600 damage. Actually, sorry, she's going to be hitting close to 400 damage and 600 once she's 3-star. But she's already a 3-star once she gets the item. This Alchemist though, Chess Fan is versing the 2nd player on the leaderboard, which is Lilith. He did defeat her quite closely on the previous game. He actually might lose here, depends on the Morphling. Morphling? Oh, that Morphling. If he kills 1 more here, no, he didn't kill 1 more. Chess Fan's up 3 HP. And Mr. Bear died with the 6 warriors. What's left is 2 assassins down the bottom, Lilith and Mr. Ducky. So this is the Troll Knight, Hunter Warrior, Assassin, and Assassin. Chess Fan does have the Divine Rapier. Wow, look, you can see the Templar Assassin being so shiny because of the Divine Rapier animation. Once the caster goes over to him, let's have a look. We do see Lilith going to level 10 with her great economy. She is still not selling the Venom though. Very interesting. She really favored the beast over here. Venom has so many mana regen items, it might be better to sell the Venom and just go further. She doesn't. She had the Warlock. That's right. That's why she stayed there. Now, if you see that, this is not Chess Fan, by the way. Oh, this is Chess Fan. Yeah, the Templar here have the Divine Rapier. Templar hits for 200 plus 205, but unfortunately, the Templar is doomed. She couldn't get the refraction off, and Lilith actually won this round. Want to see if Chess Fan makes it? Oh no, Chess Fan died to the Mighty Knights with all his great items. Oh, so sad for him. He came fourth again. Or not bad in terms of standing, but he could have done better with those items for sure. Now, 3 assassins in, 1 assassin survives. This is not the strongest assassin, but this is the lucky assassin that didn't find the death ball matchup of knights. If you remember correctly, Mr. Ducky had a 3-star Batrider, 3-star Chaos Knight. After the death of Knife King over here, he picked up all the Lunas, he found a 3-star Luna. This is a scary sniper, as you can see. Mars on Menace and almost to a Desolator. Ooh, he has the Desolator. He can combine the Desolator on Lilith. Now with Hunters and a Desolator, this is like the best item for Hunters other than Refresher, I feel. It's incredibly strong because you focus fire, and minus 15 armor is no joke, guys. Imagine minus 15 armor is basically 6 undead, and the game doesn't even have 6 undead. So, because of that, I think it's going to be a very close matchup for Mr. Ducky with the Knights. This is Mr. Ducky, by the way. Look at those shinies. And after that, it's going to be Lilith versus Mr. Ducky for the top 2 position. FTW is just here to fly by. He's like, hey guys, look at me. I'm level 8. I still made the top 3. They're level 10. They're like, see you, buddy. Now, how can Lilith adjust? I feel the best way for Lilith to adjust is to avoid the Warlock's synergy and just give all the mana regen item to the Dusa. Round 39, by the way. Round 39 right now. Really interesting because I think the Assassin player would die. The question is, where are those items going to drop and how are those 2 final players going to match up in the 1 vs 1 matchup? It's going to be that great old Knights versus Hunters. I'm rooting for the Hunters because I became a big Hunter fan. Oh, item came. And that is a Metal Hammer. Big item. Who needs it? Oh my god. Anything? No one can make the Metal Hammer. I think the cast is looking right now. So, let's see how the players spend with the economy. They're all at 30 gold. This is why I say I feel now the 30 gold is the new 50 gold. Players do spend more aggressively. And Lilith is still reluctantly to give items to the Medusa. That's her crucial unit to stun the Knights. If she does not stun the Knights, she's gonna have a terrible time against those 3-star Knights. 3-star Knights are no joke, guys. But she does have the Desolator. Cabbage said, when Chess Fan died, did his entire Divine Rapier drop to a random person and broke up into pieces? It does break up into pieces, my friend. Unless this update is before that. It should be broken up to pieces. And let's have a look if anyone got it. Angela said, do you even have to think as assassin? You do have to think for 2 things. One is the unit positioning, one is what time to be rolling for assassins. It's actually a little harder than what we thought, and in most high rank games, the downside with assassins is that there's so many other people going for assassins. We do see the Luna has a Maelstrom. This Beastmaster have multiple males and a plate mail, and also it's a magic resistance Beastmaster. I am really hoping that Lilith actually sell the Venom here. I know I repeat this multiple times. I hope she does, and maybe she can replace the Venom with something else. Notice the Knight's positioning is more forward, and Knights wants to be directly facing, so they have a greater chance of catching all the Hunters, I feel. The downside is, oh, that Dusa. Oh, that's a that's a scary Luna, guys. And Knights are tanking against the Hunters, and over here the reverse happened. What I was going to say is, why does the Knight want to be facing the Hunters? It's because the Hunters want to be on the adjacent end to the Knights to capitalize on the greater range, and the Knights wants to get closer. If you don't get close enough, then you get a free shot every time you jump towards them, and that's not what you wanted. Economy wise, Mr. Ducky with the Troll Knights is sitting on high economy for sure. And our friend Lilith is 1 sniper away from a 3-star sniper. And that's for Tidehunter, guys. Oh gosh. Having a 2-star Tidehunter is massive. 1-star Tidehunter would die. Oh my god, that's a 3-star sniper. Oh, this is turning into epic late game as well. The Tidehunter, if he gets the cast off, it's gonna be massive. Downside is he won't cover the sniper, see? Oh, he covered the sniper. I am surprised by his range. And that Tide just secured the round for the Trolls. It's a big stun, and it's better for the range. Sorry, it's better for the Hunter player to split up. Why is that? Because you can see the Knights wants to get closer to you, and with a big Tidehunter, the sniper should be on this side and split up a little bit. The downside is the Tidehunter is covering everything, and because of that, it's hard for him to split up because the Tidehunter covers such a great range. And the good thing about splitting up is you avoid the Enigma. Both players are level 10. Oh, that's a Death Prophet pickup. And that's very interesting because the Death Prophet will be the Warlocks as well. He took back Venom, but she's not selling the Venom. Oh, she split up as well. Unfortunately, the Tide picked everyone. Oh, the items. She finally sold the Venom, and her Tide also countered the enemy. So the sniper is going ham right now. You can see him. He has the Desolator, and basically whoever he hits is getting out of there. But the downside is the Mr. Ducky is solidly winning his defensive rounds. So in comparison, I think Mr. Ducky have a better chance of winning here. But I'm not 100% sure because both players are neck and neck right now. Both are really good late game composition, and both are quite strong. I would love to see Lilith give this to the Dusa. She did. Good. The Dusa needs to be forward. She needs to cast off to control the Knights. The Hunters also need the Enigma. But in my personal experience at this stage, it's almost impossible for anyone to beat the Knights. Having enough of the 3-star units, the Knights are incredibly strong. Oh, that's a Martial Madness Maelstrom Luna. Enigma? Is he doing it? He got hexed. Oh my god, that's such a big lose. And this is like a massive loss for Lilith over here. Now, if you guys remember correctly, Lilith was one of the win streak leaders for the longest time. But unfortunately, in the late game, it's all about items and matchup. It's more for matchup when items are not as crucial as Refresher. And because of the matchup, it's harder for Lilith over here. Personally, I have lost to Knights as well, simply because of the sheer amount of tankiness with 3-star Knights. And the damage with Luna is just so superb. Players are splitting because it's round 45. This is the Air Beast. We don't often see the Air Beast, but this is going to be really fun for us to watch. We have defeated the Air Beast in under 15 seconds with 4 Enigmas. That's a 2-star Enigma, that's a 1-star Enigma. Let's see how fast the players can do it. I believe both of them can do it, simply because of the items and Enigmas they have. Look at the Air Beast go. Cleaving him back and forth. Over here, the Air Beast is kind of get out of the chicken because of the Disruptor combination. That's a Plate Mail, by the way. And over here, what did he pick up? He picked up a Vitality Booster. Plate Mail and Vitality Booster. Not that great, but I think maybe give it to the Death Prophet or the Tide. Then over here, it's a Plate Mail. Plate Mail on the Tide is actually pretty good, but he's stacking all the Plate Mail on the Beastmaster. So this Beastmaster have about 25 additional armor. And he also put in the Beastmaster in the backline for the Dusa and every initiators to get a little mana. Interesting where the Alchemist is though. Very interesting. Because he has 0 armor, I think he wants the Alchemist a little at the back. But the Tidehunter, if dies here, Lilith is going to have a big trouble. Oh, you see? Is she going to snipe out the Tide? She sniped out the Tide. How did she do that? It's because of the Desolator on the Sniper. Big pickup. Oh, that bolt really took the Knights home. So to counter the Knights, you really have to stun lock them. And after you stun lock them, you need Enigmas or big focus fire. The difference maker here was the Tide died too quickly. If Mr. Ducky was on the spot watching the offensive fight, he would change his Tide positioning and he would adjust to that. He did swap his units as well. Interesting. I think he has one too many. He needs to decide. He can't have all the undead. Let's see. what happened to the green hair guys has intensified. The green hair guy did qualify, being on the group stage, he qualified into the playoffs. We'll be seeing him in the playoffs likely, and after the casting for the group D stage, we'll be casting the playoffs. It was really nice to find the world top 3 player here. That's why we're casting the group D as well before the playoffs. Let's have a look over here. Great control on both sides. The sniper is doing work. That's a triple kill sniper, pentakill, or maybe rampage sniper. Very, very nice. And both players are handling each other very solidly, I have to say. Next man said, is it worth it to complete frontline Doom so maybe Doom's tied before he wins off Majestic? Yes, definitely a great highlight, my friend. It's a frontline Doom. In the late game, Doom's about to counter initiate. If the Doom can't get enough Doom early enough, it's not good. That's a star. That's a star Witch Doctor. A 3-star Witch Doctor. A Knight player have more 3 stars than the Hunter player because he's been rolling so deep and his Knight pool really freed up the moment the other Knight died. Round 48, 3-star Witch Doctor. Right now he has 4 3 stars, extraordinarily strong, and he's susceptible to that Medusa. He bought up really big time. If the Enigma followed up here, over here, might be scary for the Knight player. Because Enigma will do 50%. But on the opposite end, oh my god, Lily lost big time. And how much did she lose from? She lost from 21% to 0. Simply because of the power of the Knights with the Tidehunter as an initiator. And also the power of the Witch Doctor. So I'm going to post over here. So, this is the conclusion for this game. The game went to round 48. Lilith lost because of her lack of stuns, I feel. She does have some great units that conquer Medusa and Tide, but without enough items, or without enough mana items, the Knights initiate on her first, and with that, the follow-up was so great. Also, the Knights have 4 of the 3-star units on his lineup, really strong. The core units being the Luna and the Chaos Knight. In summary, this game was a show match of Assassins, Hunters, Knights, and Warriors. In the end, Knights prevailed because they went deeper with their rollings, finding greater units, and a 2-star Tide really helped over there. You can see the use of Enigma on both sides and the use of Undead. Thank you so much guys for watching this second replay of the Group D stage. Very soon we'll be going to the playoffs, where hopefully we can see the world top number 3, Chess Fan, versus a grey hair player, which will be a really good match. Thank you so much guys for watching. To support me further on YouTube, please subscribe, please like the video. To support me on Twitch, please come over to say hi, please follow, and please use your Twitch Prime sub here. Thank you so much guys for watching.